by like how subtly it goes on, just because, you know, like I feel like Jeffree Star is never subtle. But after using it for a little while, it's very blendable. Like I was getting like probably softer blended lines than I ever had before. So I was like thinking this is like a perfect palette for beginners. You can like really play with like blending and building and stuff like that. You're never gonna get like too much all at once, you know, which I think is like a nice idea. Definitely with the darkest shade Drizzle, which is like a dark brown, I do wish there was like maybe a darker shade. I guess this is like the summer palette, so can't really have like dark colors, but just like for a little extra oomph in the eyes, I kind of do wish that like it was just a little more something. But everything else I've been really loving. Okay, so that is the first layer of the color subtle. Okay, so that's the first layer of the color subtle on my eyes, and I'm just going to go in with an M433 brush, which is a little bit a tighter brush, and just kind of pack it a little bit more in the inner corners and the crease. Just get a little more shade in it. This one's really good just like for a more defined area, a little less fluffy. I don't know why on my camera, like I'm looking in the screen right now, it's showing up so orange. It's definitely like a more cool brown. Maybe like my eyes are wrong or something. But it's a really pretty transition color for like really any look. So I really appreciate that. I feel like most transition colors are like either a little too cool or a little too warm. So I think this is a really nice soft transition color for like if you're using colors or anything like that. I'm like a big YouTuber. Got the intro, like EDM music in the background. I'm gonna go into Kumquat next, which is this orangey right here. Add some extra color. Ooh, okay. It's definitely a little more pigmented than subtle, but still really nice. I'm not like, oh shit, like that color is like way too much. It's like definitely, it's cute. I feel like oranges are so in this summer, and yellows. Like you have to build it up to get like that really orangey, but that's kind of nice. Like if I'm in a rush, I'm like, oh. But again though, like they're really blending together really nicely and very softly. So it's like very nice when you're trying to get like a really, really blended look. You're not gonna have any issues with like patchiness or too much color in one area or anything like that, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna go into Stroke, which is this dark kind of orange with the same M4333. So weird to say. Oh no, M433. And just kind of darken up that outer edge again. Maybe let's go for like a super simple cut crease or something like that. Like, I'm gonna darken up a bit of the edges just before we go into that. I'm going into Drizzle right now, which is the darkest brown shade. And you're gonna kind of see here like what I'm talking about with this. Like, it's really the only one where I'm like, I'm like looking at my monitor and I can't. It's definitely the only one that like I kind of wished I had a little more pigment, because I like need a bit of a darker color. Like I've been reaching for another palette to get me that darker look. Oh, by the way, I am using my M506 brush, which is like nice for like little smaller areas. Oh my god, guys, so I've been like watching all okay, so like I've been watching all of the Jeffree Star videos recently, like with the last one of like all products by brands that hate me, and I was literally like so shook by how hard he went in on a couple of those brands. Like Tarte deserved it. It's like the most ridiculous story of the entire year, And also, I mean, he's just been like on a he's just been on like a rampage these past few days, and I kind of live for it. Like, especially like the beauty blender stuff. Like, if you've seen a picture of their foundation line, it's just like so ridiculous. If you haven't, you have to look it up because it's so ridiculous. But it's like there's like 4 orange shades and then like maybe 3 shades for darker skin tones. And it's just so ridiculous, but he's like going in so hard on all these brands, which like, if you have the power to say stuff like that and like make a difference, you should definitely do that. So like, I applaud him for it. But damn, like, he's like been such a savage these past few days. Like, it's just so funny to keep up with him now. Okay, so I kind of made it a little bit darker on the edges, as you can see, a little bit darker. So I might just do a really simple cut crease, the cut crease with my Makeup Revolution. This is the C1. I actually use this for under my eyes because I'm so pale. I just have this little Essence, like, angled brush. It's just their eyeliner brush from Essence. I think it's like $3. And I like to use this for like almost everything. I love it for my eyebrows. I love it for cut creases. It's also $2, so like you can't go wrong. So I'm going to go in, and the one thing that I've found that makes cut creasing so much easier is if I tilt my head back and kind of look right in here, kind of where like my lid stops and then the rest of my like face starts. And you can always start super light. It's just like, you know, it's laying down the foundation. Okay, so you can kind of see on my eyes right now that like I've kind of like just cut it, and now I'm just gonna fill in. I'm only doing kind of like 2/3 of my eye and laying it down, getting that line in, and then filling it in. Okay, so I just cut my first eye, cut creased my first eye, and we're gonna be